The Edo Police Command has formally invited the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in the 21st September governorship election in the state, Olumide Akpata, over alleged security breaches involving shootings at the University of Benin, UNIBEN Ugbowo Campus last Friday. On Tuesday, April 16, 2024, Apata received an invitation from investigators in the political desk section of the State Criminal Investigation Department, CID, at the command headquarters, Benin.
Now, this was part of the police command's investigation into the crisis after Olumide Akpata attended the investiture ceremony at the UNIBEN Staff Club, which escalated into violence. In the meantime, Mr. Kelly Ogbaloy, the Labour Party state chairman, has attested to having received a police invitation on the matter. He clarified, however, that the incident was not related to the party and was instead considered Akpata's private matter. Joining us to discuss this is Olumide Akpata, the spokesperson at Papa Group of the Labour Party, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for having me.
All right. Kindly just share, with us, what exactly happened at the UNIBEN Staff Club. I did see the video that was posted by Olumide Akpata where he said, that those who are threatened by his emergence, in the political scene in Edo State, may be sponsored thugs. There's others that say, as UNIBEN students that were not happy with the gathering and or whatnot. But to the best of your knowledge, what happened that day?
The point is, hello?
We can hear you, please go ahead.
Yeah, the point remains that Apata has been a man who has all manner of the issues moving around him. Even since after his emergence as the candidate, unlawful candidate of Labour Party in Edo State, because his primary was done when there was a pending restraining order against Abure. And as far as we are concerned, we have probably challenged that in court to make sure it was removed, for the two, for our candidate, that's in Asemota. Although Nigeria will also know that there was a woman who happened to be, his candidate, but there was skimmicky, there were issues around the certificate. And, unilaterally, because I know Abure is in US now, for this man known to Olumide Akpata, and even being a lawyer, he decided to do illegal substitution, and decided that.
It would seem that we're having some network challenges with Mr. Arabambi. Okay, right. Please go ahead.
He decided to put another man there, on his own, illegally again. Number 4, even Kenneth Imaswebo, the man that came second, has also dragged him to court, challenging him on the propriety of, not being lawful to contest as at that time, though I have not seen, the full detail, but I am aware, about that suit. Now, Apata is a man, who to me, ordinarily brought a lot of issues to the Labour Party because, of the kind of person he is. He's a lawyer who was supposed to at least, maintain some level of decorum in everything he will get himself engaged in. He went to UNIBEN and information said, the student there, everybody knows, the student there were not briefed. But at the end of the day, probably, when you are in a place, the owner of the place might definitely come, and meet you that, guy, you don't even bother to inform or yet, you don't come to our school like that. But he's a man that has high temperament. Apata is not somebody that you think, if you just want to talk to him, he might just decide to flee out for you. Because
hold on, Mr. Arabambi.
Yes.
Let's get this clear. What you're saying now is that when anybody goes to UNIBEN Staff Club with, professors and lecturers and whatnot, they need to take permission from students first.
There is no way students will not come. All of us attend the university. Don't let us hide behind our fingers. We should not hide behind our fingers. The SUG will definitely, come.
But the SUG would come as what exactly? Because I also went to UNIBEN. I'm from Edo State.
Yes.
I grew up on campus. So so that is my foundation. So when you say the SUG would also come, what are you saying? That the SUG will show up to any gathering that happens on campus?
Yeah, they would definitely make, an inquiry, about what you are doing there. The onus now is on you, to, take them as your brother. I hope you are getting me. Just like, he's a politician like us. You don't go to an area, except we are deceiving ourselves, probably because we're on national television. The boys will come and meet you. Oh, Baba, we are here. No musician will visit any place.
You're talking now about students. Are you talking now about students who are on UNIBEN campus to get a degree, or you're talking about thugs on the roadside? What are you referring to here?
I am making illustration. I said the SUG. My dear brother, you want me to say something that are not part of this interview. How do you go to university and you want to tell me the student union will not come there? Abba, we should not, we should not be like a proverbial ostrich who will bury his head in the sand as well as with the rest of the body. What I am saying is that the man has a temperament. When people come, be polite, to them. Not that you tell them, what the hell are you people doing? I didn't come to meet students, I came to meet professors and that. No. Yoruba will say, the way and manner somebody will ask you a question and your response will determine, the next line of action.
So I want to ask a question. Sure. So are you excusing the fact that there was an interruption that led to someone getting hurt? Is that what are you excusing?
Where I am going is that for him to, to pin that, no, it is PDP, it is, people you contest the election with and that squabble was solely between him and the student. That is all. But, he was not able to manage that situation. It is not about the PDP or about, those he participated, in that primary week. Those ones that have gone to court already. And even those of us that are now challenging his legal primary, we also a court in Abuja. So it shouldn't be a question of if you are unable to do something correctly, don't put it at the doorstep, of others. Like I said, and I'll continue to maintain, Olumide Akpata has high temperament. That's a fact. He's a member of our party. He has high temperament. He has a very high temperament. So sometimes, he might not just be able to handle issues. Like I said, when you are doing something and the SUG, the SUG just approach you, but man, are you aware?
Mr. Arabambi, permit me to interject. So what you are saying is that Olumide Akpata, if I hear you correctly, what you are saying is that Olumide Akpata has, in your words, high temperament, and he hasn't done things correctly, and as a result of him going to have a conversation in UNIBEN, this SUG came to interrupt, and he must have responded to them rudely, which then led to the attack. He also
went there with some boys now. You didn't know Olumide Akpata. You knew what
he did to Aburi. Do you know all of this because you were there or by what you were told?
I have just, alluded to something that has happened in the Labour Party, even before the primary.
No. We're talking about this UNIBEN incidents because you're talking about he went there with some boys, and I'm assuming that by some boys you mean thugs.
Before he went to UNIBEN, I have a video where he was telling people, Olumide Akpata don't come. Anybody will say Olumide Akpata don't run, tell them say I did. It's force for force, it's fire for fire. We have the video before he proceeded to that place. Are you telling me he only went there with his wife? No, the answer is capital no. Let's get that part right. When we want to try, to renormalize our political system, then we should learn to be very, very faithful to Nigerians. There is no way a government candidate will go to a place without going there with some of the party members who might not be happy with the people, that wanted to see him. Let's get that first straight. And that could, that could precipitate any scuffle. I just said that now. I just said something now. If one or any musician, you go to anywhere to play, let me just be very frank, that is for boys. You will go with their money. If you don't go with their money, they will disturb you. But I knew he went with some people because he attended a meeting when he said he's going to UNIBEN. Now, those people must have followed him. If they now say, we want to see the governorship and they want to see your guy, they might say, no, that guy, he doesn't have time for you. And in that process, issue will start. But for him to now place it at the doorstep of the PDP or those that contested with him that were not happy, he emerges. We too, we are not happy. Imagine we are in court. What is our business? You know, with what it, well, I mean, with what he's doing there, because we know we still get him removed from the federal court. Because,
well, Mr. Arabambi, can you hear us? Can you confirm you can hear us?
under the order, that was when, you know, Apata was under the restraining order. That was when he was peak. So he cannot just lay, you know, everything at the footstep of the people that contested with him, or those that were not happy, you know, that he won. But what I'm only saying is that he didn't went there alone. It was abuse of people that those students met, you know, outside, and you know, in the course of discussion, it should be aggravated.
Again, these things that you're saying, you are speculating. You're not sure exactly of what happened, because you're saying he must have done this, he must have gone with some people, and you're creating a scenario that you assume existed. I'm asking, all of this that you're saying about what happened, do you know for a fact that this is exactly how the situation went out of hand because you were there, or do you know because you were informed by a reliable source, or do you know because you're making an assumption?
You know, people told us now, people told us, we have people there, people told us, but all we are saying is this, you know, there are certain things that when somebody, I mean, when you do something, people might say, oh, this person might not be able to, or this person might be able to. I have just, you know, given you the background of the kind of person Apata was. You need the way he even fought Abure, you know, to start see, he wrote a petition to the INEC that, oh, this thing is not going to come easy, and there was no primary, there was no, I mean, delegate primary, you know, over how many pages later that he wrote to INEC. Then I am also telling you that, you know, there was a man in the course of going to UNIBEN, there was a video on a Labour Party loop where he was, you know, making allusion to the fact that he's going to Benin. University of Benin, and that people said they are running away. That Olumide Akpata back, tell them, say your guy is back. You know, in such a manner, tell them your guy is back. Tell them your guy is back.
But what does this have to do with UNIBEN students?
Before he was going to UNIBEN, I said he was in a meeting where, you know, the video was posted, and he was boasting that, oh, wherever they say Olumide, your guy, you know, he was speaking to them in Pidgin. Yeah, your guy has come. Tell them we are ready for them. If they come,
I mean, so, but what is wrong with that? Because I mean, that's seemingly his campaign slogan.
You don't say you are bad. If anybody comes to you in 2, you are meeting the person in 4. No, that is not how a politician is supposed to behave. That's not how a politician is supposed to behave. You need to know where you know the.
I also want to ask. I'm sorry, Mr. Because I think we've spent too much time. We need to wrap this up in a bit. I think I also want to ask if you condemn the actions of those students, whoever they are, because these are University of Benin students. They are not thugs. They are not criminals. They are meant to be there to study one course or the other on campus, and after their 5 or 4 year term, leave campus. That's why they're there. They're not there to be settled by any politician. They're not there to receive guests or whoever it is that is coming to UNIBEN Staff Club to have issues. That's not why they're there. They are not thugs, except we are saying that these are thugs, that when you come to their area, you have to settle them.
Yeah.
Except that's what we're saying. So I'm asking you, do you condemn the actions of those people who, you know, caused the chaos in that situation?
Why I will condemn their action, I am also going to condemn the action of the man, you know, at the center. But I thank God that you just discussed the issue of courtesy in school. But I think we must try, you know, to be very, very faithful with ourselves as Nigerians if really we want our country to be better. You want to tell me? You want to tell me in your school is only pastor imam that you have a student in that place? Is only UNIBEN where all your students are pastor and imam? Come on, let's take the part.
I mean, if we're being realistic, you know, there's almost no school that doesn't have elements, you know, like this. All of them have it. But do you accept it as, because this is what I'm asking you, do you accept this as these are the caliber of people that are in the SUG, that these are the kind of things that you expect to have around you as a university?
Oh, I am not saying that should be the caliber of people in the SUG.
But that's what you are alluding to somehow.
No.
I mean, there are cultists everywhere, so you expect. And of course, you basically gave the picture you painted initially was that when you're coming to visit, you're coming to an area, you have to settle people there. And we're forgetting that these are students.
Not settle. I said the students came there.
Yes, to find.
If students, like, for example, if you go to University of Lagos, and student, came around to say, oh, we want to see your guy. It is important.
To see your guy for what?
All right.
That's what I'm asking you. To see your guy for what exactly? Help us understand this.
No, the police are investigating. But if anybody comes to say they want to see your guy, so if any of your people now slap them, they are Jesus Christ, who will not take the left eye to them to slap?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
We don't, like I said earlier, we don't know for sure exactly what happened because, first of all, you weren't there. You're only reporting based on what you were informed. Mr. Olumide Akpata, Olumide Akpata has debunked every rumor or every speculation of those who said that there was an attack from his camp.
That is where I'm going. He moves around with thugs.
He moves around. Do you know for sure that he went to this event with thugs?
He will go and explain himself, but what happened? Was it the one that had that issue with the student? The storyline is this: he came out. That means there are some people that he was describing that was outside before he came out. But do you know what happened? The police are investigating. But all I am saying is that Apata is not a man, that gives to peace at all times. He's a man that has a temperament, and that is a fact. He's a member.
All right.
Well, Mr. Arabambi, we all have different temperaments. I don't think Olumide having a temperament is such a bad thing. We all have different temperaments, right?
Well, you are defending him now. Maybe
I'm not defending him. I'm just responding to what you said. You said temperament. Some people have the choleric temperament. Some people are phlegmatic. We all have different temperaments. I want to imagine that you mean that he has a temper. Just to clarify, is that what you're saying, that he has a temper?
The man is, let me say, hot-tempered. Not even
okay, all right. All right, Mr. Arabambi, like you mentioned earlier, the police is looking into this case and we will come back with further details and we hope to have you back again. But like my colleague did say, we must remember that these are students we're talking about. So students do not have the final say in determining who comes to see their boss or not. We hope that further investigation is being carried out and we look forward to having you again. Thank you for your time with us.
Yeah, thank you and good morning.